Alright, hello guys, it's me, Boss1, and welcome to my very first tutorial video on how to make a Rec Room video game. Now, this process can be applied to at least Rec Room Studio, Roblox Studio, Unreal Engine, and Unity. So, and any other game platform to make a video game. But yeah, this is going to be the very first process and the very first step on to make a video game. Now, what we're going to do is what I'm going to be calling it a planning video. So this video is going to be necessarily what we want our game to look like, what we want our game to be, what kind of game it is, and what to design it for. So we're going to make a game which is a PvP, player versus player game, and it's going to be the basic. You guys can make any other game, like a story game, horror game. It can be any other game that you prefer. And you can just have it planned out in your head. And once you have it planned out in your head, it's time for the blueprint or the sketching part. Now, what we want to do is grab our nearest notebook, which for me, it's going to be like a little art book, and so pen or pencils that you can need before planning and sketching. And when we have this, we can at least design and think what we want our game to look like. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do a hub world. So a hub world is the start of the game, all right? What we want our player to spawn at. We can either do a sketch design what it would look like, and then we'll do like a top view on what it should look like. I'll probably like do a time-lapse video of what we want our hub to look like, and then it's on to the second part, which is the game itself. But we're gonna do player versus player, so it's gonna be paintball, which should be easy for you guys to make, and it's already on Rec Room, as you can see. And if it's if some programs do not have these like built-in like game modes or like codes, you probably have to code it yourself. I'm not a very good coder, but I'm just going to do the basics of Rec Room development right here. So let's start with our hub world, and we'll get it started now. Alright, before we start, we gotta make sure what our game would look like, what we want our game to look like. That's why we are going to grab our notebook and pen or pencil, and we are going to sketch down what our game is going to at least be, right? So depending on what kind of game that you have or are going to make, either it be like a quest, horror game, player versus player, a really big map or so, you need to make sure the size, proportion, and whatnot. And yeah. So let's grab our notebook. There's a little cool sketch right here. We're going to open it to a blank page. Let's see if it already has a blank page. Alright. So now that we have a open blank canvas, we are going to at least start on what our game is going to look like. So grab your pencil and sketch out. At least imagine, use your imagination a little bit, and at least think what your game is going to look like what you want your players to see when they spawn. So for example, I'm going to be using Sonic Paintball because I'm making a new map, and I might change the hub world a little bit, but let's start the design with the hub world so that we can at least know what our players are going to witness. So what we're going to do now is we're going to draw at least a little bit of a sketch, not like a blueprint, and I'll show you what a blueprint will look like on this next page. This is what a blueprint will look like. Blah. Yay, I'm like messing up. So before we start, the top view or like the map itself should look like this. But this is for the game. We're going to make the hub world. So let's start on like a little sketch. That's a blueprint back there. That's what I call a blueprint. I keep mispronouncing my blues. But we're going to at least sketch on what our game is going to look like. So I want to like have like a little bit of like rock here. A little bit of like rock. and it's not gonna like do any bad things, but like we're going to at least make it a little bit of a checkerboard-ish type of style. And I'm going to fast forward it so you guys can see the final product. I forgot to mention reference pictures. Now, what a reference picture is that you take pictures of like real life things or take reference of like a video game and put it in your paper, so you have it at least an idea of what it's gonna look like. So as you can see, I'm almost done, but yeah, we'll continue the process.
Take a seat, I'm on a mission. We got everything to gain. To become everything you're not, you just give it all you got and take the pressure with the pain. Yeah, I can feel my fire awaken. No time for being complacent. There's a dream on the horizon, you know we gotta chase it. And when we get to where we're going, then we start the invasion. That's me, now you must be mistaken. You know what to do in the box. Glad you write down the dots. You thought you were the best, well you got it now. Fire and rain, call me the hurricane. I'm not letting you go.
Okay, so now we have like the sketch. I went a little bit of like a front entrance, like a little like hut area. It's not gonna be like a ring. I did do like a little ring here, but I decided to scratch that. Back here is like a little bit of a like mountain top. Like there's gonna be like a little tiny hill with like an indoor area. I'll think of what I can do inside there, but probably like shooting range or something else. And then right here, back here is probably gonna be a map, but behind this like pillar will be like something that I'll like come up once I make the blueprint. But this is what it should look like, at least the design at least. So it should look at least like how I want it to look like when I put it into a blueprint. Now, once that's settled, I think you guys can make the blueprint now. Now, in order to do this, you need to grab a ruler, which I do not have right now, but I'll go get one. And measurements is really important while doing it, while importing it into the game, sorry. Because no matter what you do, you don't want your maps to be too narrow, too wide, just like in the middle directly, to the point where like it is a perfect space. We can also put some decorations and stuff as well. But yeah, let's start the design now. my blueprint is done, and it looks kind of like a big mess, but I'll describe what's on the paper. As you can see, this is the start home. As you can see in the beginning of like the whole start of the whole first canvas, I did like a whole measurement of like how big the area is going to be. So like this entrance right here is all going to be 10 by 10. How wide it's going to be, like that's the entrance. So a lot of people can spawn here and they'll just walk around, and this whole section right here, as you saw in like the first sketch, it's like a shooting range. I was like, should I add it or should I not? But I was like, you know, it's Sonic Paintball, I'm gonna have to add it. So this is inside the whole second floor. So this is gonna be the whole second floor, but this whole section is like inside the whole mountain. As you can see, it like turns to like the upper part of the section, and then like the outer map is gonna have like the like a whole big trail leading upwards to the bigger mountains, and it's gonna be like a huge mountain. Now okay, so I traced these whole sections, which is like these are trees. So I scribbled around a little bit of trees where they should be spotted or be placed at. I know there's a bunch here, but I'm thinking of like putting like low res ones here in Unity and stuff. So that's all gonna be around there and stuff. For the flowers, I put some flowers then and there, and for the monitor boxes, I put a little bit of squares there and then. And as you can see, there's a little bit of circles with dots in them. Those are rings, and I forgot to like put them on there. So like a circle with a dot equals ring. So I was thinking like I'll probably put like a challenge, like found one out of all that stuff and whatnot, and like let's go. Okay. I'm messing up real bad. Sorry, guys. So there's these rings around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Okay. So there's 9 rings around the whole map. I'll probably put like a secret one somewhere. But yeah, collect all 10 rings, and I guess I'll have something happen and stuff. So back to like the whole shooting range thing. As you can see, there's like these badniks, so these will move and you can shoot it and it'll say in your screen 10 points. Farthest one's like 20, but this is just for fun, like you don't gain points. But if there's a way, I'll put like a little like square box here that tells you like the scoreboard, but I'll just keep that in mind. Score right there. So you can just check how many points you got when like shooting these badniks, and probably you gain a lot. Now the tunnels in here, and then there's a tunnel which you cannot go through. This is basically like hey, you traveled through this whole tunnel, so now you're like in here. And as you make it on the way, as you can see, there's like these squiggle lines here. This is like the brick tunnel, so like the Green Hill Zone brown and tan brick colors that are like coming through the grass a little bit, that to at least show like the trail. And I think I'll like put some arrows to lead you to like the map teleporter, so it'll lead to like to the white room. So this is called the white room. I was thinking of like Sonic Generations, where like there's like the white blank canvas where like there's different maps from different games, and that's what I thought about initially. So I was like, first map, second map, Sonic CD, and there's no third, but there's gonna be like the frontiers and so on and so forth. And then here's the ring teleporter. You can kind of see a little bit of a box around it. That means the trigger zone, and it'll spawn you like probably in the middle here, but I pointed to like that area, so that doesn't matter. And here's the storefront where you can get like the clothing and stuff. I probably shouldn't have like made like a little cool, like, well, I'll just place like little individual like creations like in the middle of it. But it's gonna be a small compact place, and that's the whole hub world. And once you're done with it, take a picture of it like how I have my camera set up. Make sure you have a good view on what your map looks like, and make sure there's no like shadow casting or like anything else. Just lift it up and take a screenshot and you'll be set. And don't forget to do the same with like the sketch, so what it would look like and stuff. So because like as you see, like this is like the shooting range. Up here is probably gonna be like the picnic area, and like I'll put like fences up here, and then like the map teleporter storefront, and then back here like billboards and stuff, what it looks like. And then there's like mountains with like clouds up there, and then yeah, that's pretty much the whole hub world and the yeah, and the blueprint of the hub world. Now you should do the same with the paintball map or the game itself, and this is what the game looks like. This is the Sonic Frontier map that I have set right now. So as you can see, I've already had this planned out before I put it in Rec Room Studio, but I'll show you how to import all this and place it into the Rec Room Studio. As you can see, this whole section down here is probably going to be it's a downhill. I'm not going to fill it up with water because like whatever, but I'll see what it would look like because I still haven't finished the terrain yet. So this is going to be the hill section, or a deep hill. Bridges here alongside. These are the Sonic Frontiers tent houses with like flowers covered around it, which is going to be the red flowers. This is the final finish and the time area, so you click that and it'll just like finish there, but these are not going to be like fully operational. These are going to be like the rocks right here because it's on the side of a mountain, and it's slammed into like the Eggman pod is slammed into the mountain, so it should have like 3 entrances. And I'm taking reference from like the pods that you see in like the first map, but tweaking it a little bit so it looks like 3 sections instead of like 2 sides, like back and front. And right here is like the puzzle game, a little bit of like ground rocks covered with grass. And this is going to be like the big giant triangle hut from Sonic Frontiers. It's going to be like greenish with the frontier rocks and stuff. And here's like the level games on both sides of the map. And with a couple of trees, and like, these are bushes. We have the donations right here, as well as the team start. And there's a door that leads back to the hub and stuff. And there's like the home start, and then here's the scoreboard. So yeah, basic layout, and once you're done taking a picture, we could set up from there. Alrighty guys, once you have your Rec Room Studio opened up in your desktop, as well as some like the photos that you have taken, make sure you made a folder for those photos. As you can see, I have like the screenshots here, and what I'm gonna do is save image. That's from my okay, so I'm saving the image, and I'm going to locate it to where I have my screenshot. So right here, that's one image, and we will have the second image. We might not use that, but just for reference. Okay, once you have the images set and ready, drag this off to the side, and we are going to start our Rec Room Studio project. Now, before we start implementing all our projects in there, let's let's open up a new, I'm gonna reopen my new project because I probably gonna be probably not. So I'm gonna reopen project, but you guys create a new project in Rec Room Studio. Alrighty, once you've opened up your Rec Room Studio, head over to this little thing right here, it should be on Rec Room Studio. Sign in and open rooms. So right now we're gonna open a room and it's gonna give us this prompt. Right now what we're doing is we're gonna be creating a room. You can also have a create room right here. You can just create a room and it'll just place it right here, but we're gonna go to hub room, which is my hub, and I'm gonna show you how to import a 2D asset into the game so you can actually like see it in game as well as in Rec Room. So let's do that, shall we? Let's open the room for that. Okay, so let's open up and hit import new asset, and we are going to click the first image, import file, and it should kind of look like that. And of course you cannot drag and drop it, you gotta at least right click it. As you can see, we have the texture thingy, and once you have this image selected, go to the texture type and we're going to set it as Sprite 2D. Once we have it as Sprite 2D, we can at least have, okay, it should look similar. All right, just trying to apply. Okay. So now that we have deselected the image to apply it as an asset, we can now drag and drop it into our viewfinder here. So make sure you lay it flat out. Oh, that's the thingy. So this is the first image that we have. All you gotta do is just scale it down. It's not like that, like this, and just move it aside. Just move it aside. Just so you can like come back here, see what it looks like, and then work on the view itself. So again, import new asset, go to where you have your photo selected, click on the photo that you imported. Once you have it imported into your folder, right down here on the project, go to the right hand side on texture type, click the default button and change it to Sprite 2D and UI. And once you have it set, deselect it and hit apply so that it applies the texture, and drag and drop the image. And this is the layout of the hub world. So now that you have the hub world selected, you can now use this 2D section as like a base plate or a foundation to build your map. And yeah, that's gonna be it for the first video. The next video is how to do it, the whole processing of building the layout and the architecture of it, just the basic fundamentals of the map itself. But that's just to show you how to import it into Unity. And for making terrains, I'll probably switch off to the other hub world just a second. Let's go to the frontiers one, open room. Let's save this hub Unity for now so that we can come back to it later. And this is what's gonna look like once you have the whole thing done and layered out. So this is the frontiers map. As you can see, it's not painted or textured yet. I'm still fixing the hillside. As you can see, there's a little bit of well, that's fine at least. The player is going to be at least small, so it's a really big crack. The hillside is quite massive, and there might be a lot of trees, and we might have to make it decorational, sorry. But as you can see up here, here's the layout of the Frontiers map, and all I had to do is just scale it to the orange things. Now these are the measurements tools that are inside Rec Room. So these are called the smart rulers that you can find in the Maker Pen palette. And once you have the measurements done and set, you can at least now size it up to match the picture, or scale the picture to meet its correct measurements in the game. And then you can work your way out. As you can see, I've made the terrain at least resemble what I actually want it to look like. Now there's going to be bridges here. I made little indents to where the bridges should intersect, and then here's going to be like the another like bridge thingy here, but it might be like a stone thing. I'll think of something. But yeah, this is just the whole layout of the first map. Anyways guys, thanks for watching part 1 of this tutorial. Part 2 may come soon if I'm feeling okay about it. Hopefully my schedule is correct on doing these things. Usually I just make videos up and out of here, but this one has to be strictly on, like, it can't be far apart, can't be like, it can't, how do I say it? I can't make you guys wait like a whole month just for part 2. So hopefully I'll think of something and we'll come up with there. So hopefully you guys get a full understanding hopefully you guys have the full understanding process of how to make the planning and what you want your game to be, and then putting it into your game. Voice crack. But yeah, thanks for watching guys. Stay tuned for part 2 of this, and yeah, I'll show you how to set up the rulers, how to go in game and out of game in Rec Room Studio, play test it, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.